Hello everybody, here are my games for the next part of the Guild Wars Factions playthrough. We are back once again. It's time for the Naphui Quarter Mission. I just updated OBS so hopefully it doesn't cause any big issues. Things look different, which always leaves me concerned. But let's get on into this. We're going to be clearing the Celestial Path, becoming way no so closer to the stars. We'll see how it usually goes. I usually have one path I follow. I usually go to the left side and then just make my way through it, and that usually seems to work pretty well. So that up says, the Celestials and their guardians have been summoned. You must defeat them if you wish to be Wayne no Su. Upon the destruction of a celestial, its essence will spread, creating countless smaller celestials that will endlessly return, much like the stars of the night sky. The difficulty of this task increases with each celestial you encounter, since you'll face not only that celestial, but the essence of those you have already defeated, as well as the celestial's guardians. Pass through an orb to begin your trial. You'll find yourself transported to a location near a celestial you must defeat. So we just went through the path of the Kirin. Though honestly, this makes me realize I probably should have looked at the pretty picture, the orbs for you guys, so you guys could have enjoyed it as well. I didn't really consider that, but it's a little late now as well. With the group I brought in with me, I have the Minion Mancer, Sue the Minion Mancer. We have and then we have Eve for Blood is Power, and then we have Guy for Protection. We have Sister Ty, and I looked up both of them, and actually I noticed that Sister Ty and the other healer actually have essentially the same ability. The primary difference being that I forgot to do that again for Talon. Oops. Sorry, my brain. Sorry, where was I again? My train of thought just completely disappeared in that fight. Oh well, we're just gonna keep going. We have Aiden and Talon for being the targets of our beautiful power of Splinter Weapon. So that way I can. The only unfortunate thing about my plan with using the Spirit to do some damage with destruction is that if the enemy isn't, in melee range of me, then I'm not really going to do a lot of damage with destruction. I should keep that in mind. Now what happens is we kill the Celestial Spirit, so already Kirin have spawned in an attempt to try and cause us some problems. We give that to Talon to do some damage. I think we want to go this way. So each of these stars here is one of the Celestials. We're just basically going to go in a circle starting from here and make our way over. It's a pretty simple process. Sometimes you can get lost, but usually not that often. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be aggro here. I'm going right into the Star God. I'm going to go Ancestral's Light. I'm going to Siphon, Destruction, and I'm going to blow it up. Do some damage, look at that. That's a Star Sentinel. Boom, we're the melee ritualist right now. If the enemy doesn't come to us, we come to them. That's just the way of things. Spawn that in, give that. Big thing about Ancestor's Rage that I have to make sure I manually select whoever is supposed to be in melee. That's one reason why I tend to try and make sure I can focus, target Talon as much as possible, because he's both one of my two primary targets for Splinter Weapon, but he's also my primary target for Ancestral's Rage. There's one reason why I was I completely forgot to make Talon an easy NPC to select. Oop. That was just rude. They interrupted me before I could unleash my spirits. some people. On the bright side, I can still drain energy from my ally spirits, even if they're not my own. Get some energy back. We want to make sure we're not being too slow about this because, as with all faction missions, we are on a time limit. So eventually, the timer will run out, and we will not lose our master reward. It's a pretty simple thing to get done. That's one reason why I start with Kieran, is I find Kieran is one of the easiest ones to, like, their minions to defeat, even if they do have that rude habit of you know, knocking me down when I try to activate my beautiful spirits. But you know, what can you do? They're just uncivilized spirits. Want to siphon the energy off of you. Leave Talon Splinter Weapon. They do some Omega damage. The enemy's not going to come in melee range with us, so I'm going to just turn that into a Spirit of Fury now. Wait, never mind. There was an enemy in melee range of me. Never mind. So much for that. But hey, I still got money. Give Aiden. Now we have lots of spirits now basically designed to keep us alive. I'm going to summon him and drain energy out of him. What's quite nice is that I can summon new spirits and just drain them for energy, which is probably worth more than their cost. It's quite the beautiful thing. Think this way. Give Aiden Splinter Weapon real fast, that way he'll be ready to go. And one thing that's important to note, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last video, but one thing that's a very nice bonus for what's kind of going on right now is that with Gaze of Fury, I can use that to steal the spirits of enemies. Well, more accurately, destroy them. For example, if like an enemy ritualist has a spirit that, you know, either like reduces damage or heals allies. Well, by allies I mean the enemy's allies, not my own. Then I could essentially just negate that advantage and just say, and you're dead, kind of thing. And the enemy is not going to melee with me, so I'm just going to destroy my Spirit of Destruction. And then siphon off energy from him. But apparently I did not make a Blood Song Spirit like I thought I had, so let me do a quick wombo combo here. I'll drain some energy back out. Basically what I did there is I did Splinter Weapon and Ancestral Rage on Talon to try and maximize the amount of damage I could do without having to select new targets. So we killed the turtle boy whose name escapes me right now. His name was Kong Sang. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I'm not a language expert here. I believe this is the way to go. Or maybe it was down there. It's either up this way or it's down below. I can never remember which one it is. But I'm just going to go up here because it feels like the right way to go. Team! Come on! Signet Judgment from a Kieran. Oh, yep, there it is. I was going to say, where's the Kieran? But I found it. Let's go. That's weird. It looked like Ancestral Rage didn't actually hit it. Weird. Oh, did I accidentally target my Spirit of Destruction, not my Spirit of Fury? I mean, my Spirit of Bloodsong, not my Spirit of Destruction when I use Fury? That's a bit awkward. Team, don't get distracted. AI, this is not the time to get distracted. The enemy's over here. I need to get some energy back. Let me burst both of them up. Perfect. We have 2 Star Blades within near distance of destruction, so let's pop it off. Do some sweet damage. Am I just not targeting my destruction properly, or is it the nearest spirit? No, it is target spirit, so I must not be properly targeting my Spirit of Destruction then. It's supposed to destroy it, but it's clearly hitting my Blood Song instead. I know Spirit Siphon is the closest to me, but that's weird. It looks like this is one of the starting areas. Looks like I hit a loop. So it was going down below that way. Now you guys know for next time if you play through this mission, it's down, not up. And I can, for the life of me, never remember that. No matter how many times I do this mission. Well, technically I didn't go up. I just stayed on the same level. Down, not forward. How about that? Is that better? And I get clapped by an enemy henchie there. I mean, not enemy henchie, but just an enemy. Thankfully, my henchman should start following me as I head this way. Enemy star blades are right there. I would definitely prefer if Talon didn't just run off and do his own thing, but what am I gonna do? Fire him. There, I got destruction selected. I'm gonna blow him up. And once again, it's for some reason destroyed my blood song. It's target spirit, and I'm manually selecting destruction, saying select him, but no, it doesn't want to do that. Alright, come on. Now is the time to destroy them all. Get some splitter weapons. Alright, now. Destruction selected. I've used Fury, and it's my blood song that gets destroyed. What is going on? You guys see that? Do I just like accidentally change targets or something? The only reason I could think of. One of the weaknesses of having Aiden is the fact that I don't think he realizes that he can't shoot through a wall. And it does mean that I don't have any big ranged attack, like big magic casters that deal damage besides myself. Which means enemies who block are a little bit more effective than they otherwise would be, now that I think about it. Maybe it would have been worth bringing Sin instead of Aiden. I was thinking Aiden might be valuable synergy with my splinter weapon. But admittedly, Talon's not that bad himself. So I'm pretty sure we go this way. Oop. That looks like it could hurt. Okay, they both looks like they have still my weapons on them. That splitter weapon back on you, Talon. Let's see, I'm going to now select Spirit of Destruction. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Looks like another group got aggro to us, which means now we're going to have to kill these guys as well. I'm going to resummon my spirits over there, except for the Gaze of Fury, since I want to make sure they have the right angle to attack. Now, this Spirit Siphon's greatly increased my energy regeneration. I should say not my energy generation, but my energy management. I guess for lack of a better term. Let's see, there's an Essence of Kieran right next to me, so I'm going to take that on. And the Spirit Siphon, and then I'm going to destroy the Spirit Destruction, resummon it, boom, a big burst of damage right on top of that turtle. You love to see it. The Star Sentinel is a damage dealer. This Spirit of Destruction is not considered the closest one to me. It's probably why I didn't get much energy out of it. Maybe I should do like a slight move when I'm about to resummon a spirit, so that way I can make sure that's as optimal as possible in terms of manually select a Spirit Destruction. Boom! Enough to deal not quite maximum damage to Spirit Destruction, but still a nice amount. I would say, at least. Talon, pick a spot if you're good, and stay with it. Don't keep changing on me. It's not helpful at all. That's one thing I love about minions over having a melee henchman. Maybe I won't bring Talon anymore, just because I have the minions to be the front line. Minions don't betray me. Minions don't run off like their heads are cut off. They attack the first thing that comes to them. They're pure, unadulterated murder. So we're at the Dragon Tamu. Tamu is actually one of the strong ones. I'm going to wait a moment, get some stuff set up, let my henchmen, who don't have quite as good energy management as me, at least I assume they don't, to get the energy back before we go into this fight, because the dragon actually does a respectable amount of damage, comparatively speaking. Star Sentinel, give Aiden's better weapon. I'm going to replace the Spirit of Destruction with the Fury, so that way the Fury can actually do some useful damage right now. I'm starting to be targeted by the dragon, it looks like, so I'm going to try falling back a little bit so I don't die that easily, at least. Did I just get interrupted in my energy, or did I just not gain anything back? Both are honestly a very real possibility. We summon a new spirits over here to try and do some nice amounts of damage. Siphon the energy off of my blood song here. Looks like he didn't actually have energy for me to siphon, so never mind. There we go. Boom. We are good. We just have one more to go. Hopefully we can make it in time for the objective, which we're very close to. Let me get you ready at least. Okay, we bonsai. We siphon. We move up to get closer to the enemy here, just like so. Then we siphon, and then we blow it up, dealing massive damage to both of the targets, 150 damage each. Beautiful, you love to see it. Did I actually give Sue Splinter Weapon? That wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't tell me which one she has on, so I can only make an assumption that I accidentally targeted her at that, or maybe she was running low on some health, and she got a buff from Guy, because Guy also gives someone a weapon skill. He does Weapon of Warding to do a little bit of healing for the group. Basically, not really for the group, but more for that individual. If you want to be technical about it. Nice job, Talon. I'm going to regenerate energy. They just interrupted my Gaze of Fury, but no matter. Aiden definitely burns through the Spirit Weapon nicely. So when he does hit his target, when there's line of sight, he does do effective damage. But he definitely is not the best when it comes to hitting the target if there's line of sight, if there's no line of sight. At least not easy line of sight. Let me get Spirit of Destruction activated. Boom! Sweet damage on that Kieran as I was trying to run away. Moved away too slowly to avoid my powerful strike. The last enemy should be past this group. That's a big group, so let me take a moment, let my guys rest and recover. Alright, time to go in. Signet of Judgment again. These Kierans, man. Just rude. Rude, I say. Oops. Blast myself there. Okay, Destruction of Spirit. Boom! Look at that! Hit like at least 3 or 4 of them with a nice 150 damage each. Yum. Alright. Blast myself with Ancestral Rage. Since Ancestral Rage is the longer range, like, it's adjacent. I could have sworn that guy would be considered adjacent, but apparently not. I didn't see any sweet damage numbers coming from him. So very clearly must not be. I need to summon a new spirit. I'm going to start making my way forward to the next group, get in position, essentially. I took the first blow from that. I'm going to position myself right here. And quick Ancestral Rage, Gaze of Fury, siphon energy from that last one right there. I'm going to start pulling the enemies towards us. That way, we can just get as fast as possible, start the murder spree, and we'll all be happy and good. Alright, Talon needs another spirit with a weapon. We are good. Looks like Spirit of Destruction won't be in position to kill anything right now, but at least I'm able to sacrifice it for a quick Spirit of Fury. And the last blade is dead. Now that all of his friends are gone, nobody is there to protect him. Alright, wow, it looks like we have yet another group we need to fight our way through to get to, before we get to the boss. We're almost there, too. We might not get the objective, though. We're not cutting through these groups quite fast enough for the Master, I'm thinking. But, you know, that we're not going to give up quite yet. Though, of course, it would really help, Talon, if you didn't run off to Narnia when you were perfectly fine where you were on the front line. This is why I love Flesh Golem. He's a very easy target to find. Looks like from a Fury we get about 15 energy from it, because we take 31, and I think we take, rounding to the nearest whole number, I think it's 14. But we'll see. Gotta take, da. Yeah, we're almost there. Just a small group here. I'm going to try and just force as much damage as possible in quick succession to destroy them. Destruction on this last turtle because it keeps trying to keep itself alive. Give Aiden splinter weapon. Siphon another energy point there. Perfect. Now, lightning reflex is a good way to keep itself alive. I should know as someone who's played a lot of Ranger. There we go. We gotta just defeat IG, or whatever, how do you ever pronounce that name? I keep up the fight. There we go. IG's about to die. Perfect, we did it. Let's see, maybe we... Oh, cutscene first.
I see that I have underestimated you. I'll say. Forgive my harshness. There are those who take the power of the stars for granted.
The Celestial Ministry, perhaps?
I see you have encountered them already.
Unfortunately.
The way the head moves when I talk is just weird.
Playing parlor tricks at a Naga Cub's birthday party. Well, you'll understand then when I don't welcome all of those who come looking to become closer to the stars. Now you will excuse me. I have much work to do. But go talk to an adept.
Oh, we did succeed! Oh, I wonder what the cutoff time for Masters was. I was fearing that we were taking too long. There's an afflicted ranger just sitting there. Who are you? Some people came to the wrong neighborhood. They're not pretty at all. Those two look like rich people who are now basically getting murdered now.
You're not going to paradise.
What are you going to do with us?
I'm going to make you into my soldiers. You're going to fight for me.
We won't do it. You can't make us.
You will do whatever I tell me. Kneel. Bow before your master.
Question is, why did they let Shiro become an envoy in the first place? I mean, doesn't seem like the nicest or most trustworthy guy, considering how he died. So why did they make him an envoy? It's like, very suspicious to me. Oops, that's the wrong one. Which one's the unidentified one? There. Time to sell some stuff. Yeah, Talon, you're out of here, matey. I'm taking somebody else. Let's go for Master Vang. Some nice range DPS, I think, would be quite nice. So there's one thing we did unlock by arriving at Senji's Court, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. So if you guys remember from the Prophecies playthrough, we had to go through a bunch of different quests to unlock our new secondary professions. Like all that work and effort we had to do just to get that moderate amount of boost. Well, if you come over here with me, you will see that was all for naught. As when I talk to the profession changer, I could say, look, I want to change my secondary profession. I could be Vic Dervish from Paragon. But we're pretending those two don't exist for now. I'm going to say I want to make my secondary profession a necromancer. As you have never been a necromancer, I will require 500 gold to teach you this new path. After you change your secondary profession, you'll not be able to use any abilities of your current secondary profession until you return and change your profession again. Further, to fully appreciate your new secondary profession, you will need to learn many new skills. So I assure you wish to switch your secondary profession to necromancer. Yes. So let's see, paying 500 gold. I could have sworn it was 1,000 gold before, and now I am part necromancer. You can see I unlock some skills that I have here for necromancer. But if I want to go back to being a ranger again, I just say, oh, I'm a ranger again. No biggie. So just like that. And now I have access to all these necromancer skills. For example, if I wanted to be more of a, I could go for, there's actually, I don't know if it's how popular this build is, but I can become, if I wanted to, a minion mancer, a necromancer, ritualist, sorry, and make use of the fact that, things I create or animate have 4% more health, which would mean that any minion I make would actually have more health than a necromancer. So maybe if I had like a spirit and minion build, I could potentially, kick Sue and I won't need her anymore because I'll have my own minions, for example. That is something I could do. But before we go that far, I want to see if there's any new spirits that we can make use of. So far, it doesn't look like all that important, though this wailing weapon seems pretty cool. Whenever wailing weapon strikes an attacking foe, that foe is interrupted. That sounds like a pretty nice ability, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make too much use out of it right now. Apparently this one's explosive growth is whenever you create a creature, up to 5 foes near that creature are struck for 56 lightning damage. That's a pretty nice ability. That works with both spirits and I would assume, minions. Destroy all nearby ally spirits. Reach destroy this way. All party members are healed. So that's a good burst heal. Suppose you cast an earshot of a spirit recharge 24% fast. That's pretty nice if I want to keep recasting spells quickly. But so far, we haven't really had that problem right now. We'd say target allies destroy nearby enemies are struck for 122 lightning damage. That's a pretty nice burst, but I think it's more of getting up close and personal than I would need to right now. Let's see. I don't think anything I see right now immediately catches my eye. However, if you're going to become a healer, you get some pretty good healing skills already. You get mind, body, and soul. You get life. You get soothing memories. You get spirit light. All of these are pretty common healing abilities that I see for necro builds. Also, so is recuperation. Pretty nice. So we have an Adept Kai over there. He must have a side quest available for us. Let us see what you have, Adept Kai. Now that you've become Wayne No Su, you can seek the advice and assistance of Canada's ancient heroes. Travel to Tanakai Temple and speak with the spirits who reside there. I'll go to Tanakai Temple. But not this episode, because I actually know this main story will actually take a little bit of time. We don't have time for that. It's about the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to call an end to this episode here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, smack that like button down below. And feel free to subscribe to see more of my content. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.